Yes, hi. Thanks for joining me today for this gentle practice. You're going to be using 2 blocks, a belt, and a blanket, and also a chair. Let's get started. And have a little bit of wall space, and then set up with your mat against the wall. Let's get started. So come to the center of your mat with your legs a little bit bent. Bring your feet to the wall, heels, the entire feet pressing into the wall. The knees are still a little bit bent, and then lie back. So once you lie back, you still want your knees bent, and then hold the mat and push the mat towards the feet and push the heels into the wall, and then straighten the legs without lifting the pelvis, and feel. Just go back and forth a couple of times like that. Feel how the tailbone and the back of the pelvis, the sacrum, moves towards the wall, and you get a little bit of length in your lumbar spine, in the lower back. Now press the thighs down, press your shoulders down, press the backs of the knees down, and firm the legs. And breathe here. Take a couple of breaths, relax the abdomen. And then go ahead, stretch your arms up to the ceiling, stretch your fingers up to the ceiling, and point your thumbs back. Point your inner arms back. And then reach up to the ceiling and reach your hands behind you, and see if those fingers can reach the floor, if your thumbs can reach the floor. If not, you could always put a little blanket behind you. Now reach those hands away from your head, press your heels into the wall, and lengthen the whole body. Inner arms rolling down towards the floor, outer upper arms rolling towards the ceiling. Breathe, take a couple of breaths here. And feel that space that comes into your abdominal cavity. And then exhale, bring your right knee into your chest. Inhale, stretch the leg back out into the wall, reach your arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee into the chest. And stretch out. Exhale, bring your right knee into your chest. Keep reaching out through your inner heels. Keep pressing the outer shoulders down. Keep reaching your left leg into the wall. Firm that leg. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, reach. Keep that leg firm at the wall and press your outer shoulders down. Broaden across the chest. Inhale, stretch out. And then take your arms down. Bring your right knee in and hold the knee with the knee facing the ceiling. And then circle that knee. And as the knee goes out to the side, press that left leg into the wall so the buttock doesn't lift up. So we're reaching that leg and thigh down into the floor so that right buttock stays firmly grounded. And as the knee goes out to the side, turn the abdomen a little bit to the left. And bring that leg back to the wall. If you need to wedge back in like that, as we did in the beginning, press the feet into the wall. Bring the left knee in and circle that leg. With awareness, keeping your mind on the other leg, right? Spreading that attention, not just to the leg that's moving, but to the leg that's firmly grounding into the wall. The buttock grounded, The abdomen turning to the right. And maybe just also go the other way. Good. And then bend those knees now. And just have the feet hip width. And just go a little from side to side. Exhale on the way down. Now let that buttock come up as you go to the left. Let the right buttock come up as you go to the right. Let the left buttock lift. Relax your abdomen. Exhale when the knees go down. And then bring those knees into the chest and circle the legs away from each other. And go the other way. Good. And then bring your knees in towards the chest. Open the knees a little wide. And just start with one leg. Can you hold under the knees? Can you keep the legs bending towards the chest and lift the heel towards the ceiling? Lift the heel towards the ceiling. Just give it a try with each leg. And now if that comes, maybe you can hold the toe. So relax here. We'll stretch to the buttocks. Relax the abdomen. And then release. Roll to your side. And just come up to sitting. Now, another stretch, which is a little bit more for the hamstring. Go ahead and get a blanket. I'm going to fold my blanket like this, and I'm going to lie down first, and you're also going to need a belt. So lie down, scoot a little bit away from the wall, and put this blanket under the buttocks. So not the lower back, but just the buttocks, the sacrum, the back of the pelvis. So if your hamstrings are tight, this will help you a little bit, lifting the pelvis a little bit. So take your belt, open that up, and then reach the right foot up. Now reach the right foot up. Just keep this other leg bent. And then hold this belt. First, slide your elbows down towards the floor and stretch. Now have a light grip with your hands. Stretch the big toe up into that belt and reach that right sitting bone towards the wall. The outer hip, the right sitting bone towards the wall. And then hold both belt straps. I'm going to straighten my arms like this. And then I'm going to give my hamstring a little stretch here. So keeping the legs straight. So it's not about getting it really, really close to your face. Well, you might if you're flexible. But more think about really firming that leg, reaching up through the inner leg into that belt and keeping it straight. Exhale as your foot comes close to your face. And let's bend that leg, take the belt off. And let's repeat with the other side. Now hold both sides of that belt. Slide your hands down, bring your elbows to the floor, press your upper arms into the floor. And then really push the ball under the big toe up into that belt. Make that leg really straight, really strong. Firm the thigh. Draw the kneecap in towards the bone. And move the outer hip and the sitting bone towards the wall, away from your lower back. Feel that firmness of the leg. And then hold the belt, both belt straps. Straighten your arms like this, and then make that leg go, hinging it back and forth. Giving your hamstrings a stretch, keeping that leg, keeping that firmness of the leg. Exhaling as you bring the leg in closer to the face. And notice, maybe one leg is a little more flexible, a little more stiff. Notice how your body feels. And then release that belt. And then let's go ahead and roll to the side. And let's go ahead and move these props and then bring a chair over to your mat. Now sit on your chair, a little bit of distance to the wall. You can change that distance in a minute. Basically, you're going to lean forward and you're going to put your hands on the wall, fingers pressing into the palms, pressing into the wall, and then push your seat back, push your buttocks back, push your hips back, and extend your trunk forward. And take your legs as wide as the chair legs, so your trunk, your abdomen can come in, down in between the legs here. Reach the tailbone back, the hips back, the chest forward. And come back up. Now I have a very straight back. If your back is a little more curved, maybe you don't take the arms so far down. Maybe you go a little bit further. Let's do it again. Maybe you go a little bit higher up with your hands, and then you lift your chest. Everybody roll your inner arms to the ceiling, and then push back. And now, as you're a little higher with the arms, this upper back has a chance to move forward towards the chest and then reach back. So if your upper back is a little more rounded, a little more stubborn, bring your hands higher. If that isn't the case, bring your hands down and reach back. One more time. Exhale, soften your abdomen. And then come back. And then move your chair a little closer. I'm going to be seated for this next shoulder work here. So again, you're going to bring your hands shoulder height, spread the fingers on the wall, and press especially the index and the thumb into the wall. Now lift your forearms, lift the elbows, and then draw your shoulders down away from the ear. You see that action? So sometimes that's hard to do. Then we can soften here and then draw the shoulder down, and then see if we can keep the shoulder down and the shoulder blade down, and then lift the elbow and the forearm and roll those inner elbow creases up towards the ceiling. Right? So not this way, but inner elbow creases up. And then lift your chest. Press into your heels, descend the tailbone. And then take your arms down. You should feel that that was quite a lot of work of your shoulders, your arms. Now we're going to repeat that, but with the palms turned out. Keep them, take at least your wrist as wide as your shoulders, especially if you have tight shoulders. Spread the fingers, and then Lift your elbows, the forearms, and roll or draw the shoulder blades down the back. Press into the feet and descend the tailbone and the hips. And relax. Roll your shoulders. And now repeat the first one, fingers up. Press your hands into the wall, inner hands. Lift your, roll your inner arms to the ceiling. Inner upper arms and elbow creases. Take your shoulders down. Lift your chest. Look up a little bit and now walk your hands up. So this is a down dog seated. Press your fingertips into the wall and move the hips back, the tailbone down. Head is in between the arms. Take a few breaths here. Press into the feet, draw the legs into the hip sockets. Roll those inner upper arms back. And release and come down. Now, move your chair around this way. So that was a seated, down dog. Now we'll do a down dog with a little bit of more of our weight, but using a chair. So just protect your wall with a blanket. Have you come forward, bring your hands on the chair. Press your palms down, inner hands down on the chair, and lift up through your inner arms like we just did at the wall, right? And press your elbows, forearms forward, inner elbow creases, roll them forward, and take the shoulders back, look forward. This is that Ardha Uttanasana, half forward bend. Firm the legs. Firm the legs. Lift the chest towards the chin. Now walk back. Walk back. Have the palm pressing into the chair. Walk quite a bit back. And let the trunk go back. Let the trunk go back. Reach the hips back from your hands. Press the inner hands if possible here. Firm your legs. Lift the kneecaps, draw the thighs up. Breathe. And then come forward. And come up to standing. Now turn around. Stand in Tadasana, feet together. Bring a little weight towards the heel side. And feel how you have to roll the thighs into, not to fall backwards. So roll the front thighs in towards each other. Move the tailbone down and forward and lift your chest. Firm the legs. And just stretch your arms up. Hold your thumbs and reach up. Exhale down. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Hold your thumbs the other way and reach up. Exhale down. Now go ahead, take your right foot up on the chair. Stand tall. Turn the abdomen away from that inner right groin. And bring the foot down. Now turn around the other way. Take your left leg up. Your heel is in line with the arch. Press the knee back. Turn the abdomen away from that left inner thigh. Lift your chest. And then turn around to the other side. Bring your foot up on the chair. Press the inner knee back. And this outer thigh, draw it down and forward as that inner knee goes back. Turn the abdomen away from that inner thigh. Stretch your arm up, stretch your other arm up. Press into the standing foot and firm that leg. Draw up through that leg. Firm this outer hip in. And release. Let's do that on the other side. Bring your left foot up on the chair. Hold your hand on the inner knee. Press the inner knee back. And draw this outer left thigh down and forward as the inner knee goes back. Turn the abdomen slightly away from that inner thigh. Be strong in that standing leg. Stretch your right arm up, stretch your left arm up. Now really lift up through that inner standing leg and firm that outer right thigh in on the standing leg. Exhale. Bring your arms down. Now go ahead, take your blanket off. Just go ahead and turn your chair, bring your chair to the left side of your body. So you'll be doing the right leg. Now I will mirror. So do your right leg, have your chair on the left side. Stand with the feet together. We'll do tree pose without the chair, just holding the hands on the chair. Yes, bring the ankle up. Now, if you have knee problems, maybe you are not able to put your foot so high. So bring your foot to the inner shin under the knee. If it comes in your body, it's possible. Bring your heel to the top of the inner thigh, and now press that heel into the inner thigh, and then press your inner standing foot and firm this hip in. Firm that hip in so that heel will stay. Let go of the heel, hold the inner knee, stand tall. Your awareness on that standing leg, hip firm and in, lift up through the inner leg. Now bring your palms together at the center of your chest. And now release the palms, reach them up, widen the palms out to the side. Vrikshasana, and I'm losing my balance. That happens. All right, and let's go to the other side. Bring your chair to your left side. Spread your toes. Stand tall, firm the legs. Bring a little weight into the heels, roll the thighs inwards. Tailbone down and forward. And then if it comes in your body, for your knee, you can bring the heel up high to the inner thigh. If not, bring it on the inner shin, below the knee. Now press that heel into the leg. Press the inner standing foot down and firm, draw up through the inner leg. Firm this hip in, and that should allow you to keep that heel there. Hold the inner knee. Lift your chest. Keep your awareness now on this standing leg, hip. Firm it in. Draw up through the leg. Balance. And join the palms together at the center of your chest. Press the palms together. Open your chest from the center to the sides. And slowly release the hands. Reach them up. Reach them up. Straighten the elbows. Lift the side ribs. And bring the palms back together. And bring the foot down. Now take your chair and turn it around. It's on your right side. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Stand tall, firm the legs, lift the chest. Bring your hands to the hips and take your legs wide. Now, it's hard to go wide sometimes, so see what comes in your body. Turn your toes straight forward. Press the outer heels, press the big toe mounts. And then find your mountain pose here. Firm the legs, the thighs, lift the kneecaps up. tailbone down and moving forward, lift the chest. So the thighs move back, front thighs back, but the tailbone moves forward and draws up the front body. Now, turn your right foot out. Have a look at your knee. Roll the inner leg to the outer leg. So the knee points right over the center of that foot. And then turn your abdomen slightly back towards the back leg. Reach the arms out. Firm the legs. And then reach over to the side. Bring your hand on the chair. Stretch the other one up. Reach up. Now maybe reach that hand a little bit further out. Reach up. Take a breath. And then come up. Turn your toes forward. Bring your hands on the waist and join your feet together. And we'll turn around to the other side. Hands on the hips. Go wide here, as wide as comes in your body, as your body will allow. And press your outer heels, press the big toe mounts. Thighs drawing up, kneecaps lifting, lift your chest, and move that tailbone down and forward. So there's a lift coming all the way from the pubic bone to your chest. And then turn your left foot out. And sometimes we can go a little wider once we turn that left foot out. Look at your leg. Roll the inner leg to the outer leg. The kneecap is right over the center of the foot. And then look forward with your eyes. Turn the chest, the navel a little bit back towards the back leg. Reach your arms out. Exhale. With firm legs, reach over on the front end of the chair. Reach the other arm up. Breathe. Turn the center of your chest towards the top arm. Maybe go a little further out on that chair. Reach, turn the chest. And inhale. Press into the feet, come up. Bend the leg, turn the toes. And walk your feet together. Then turn towards your chair. Go as wide as the mat. And bending, well, again, firm the legs, right? Roll the front thighs in, press the thighs back, lift your chest, and then bending just from the hips. So not from the back, but from the hip crease, bending forward onto the chair. Bring your hands on the chair. We did this earlier. Adha Uttanasana, half forward bend. Arms lifting up, shoulders drawing back. Look forward with the chest. Press the thighs back. See that you have a sense in your mind where your hips are compared to your ankles. So you don't want to be behind and you don't want to lean forward. So have your ankles right under your hips. Firm those legs. Now keep looking forward. Walk your hands maybe a little bit more. Maybe walk your hands a little bit more. Chest forward, and then let bend the elbows and calm down. Maybe the hands come down, maybe you're not this far. So if your body doesn't allow for such a forward bend like that, have a couple of blocks. Repeat it with that concave back, extending the chest forward, right? And then see, you can even stretch your arms forward, reach forward, and this may be where you end. This may be where you support your head with a block. Or maybe you come a little further down, bending the elbows and resting your head here. Just make sure you have your hips over your ankles. Roll your shoulders away from the neck. Take a few breaths here, relax the abdomen, but work the legs. The legs are firm, they're drawing up, thighs are firm, kneecaps are lifting. And then bring your hands to the chair, straighten your arms, look forward, bring your hands to the hips and come up. And then go ahead and turn your chair, have a block between the knees. Now I'm only 5'3", so this chair works for my body size. If you're a taller person and you're sitting on your chair and the knees are higher than your hips, then put a blanket or two on the chair so your knees are in line with your hips. Now bring this block between the knees, press the heels into the feet into the floor, press your hands into your thighs, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. And then go ahead, turn towards the back of the chair and lift your elbows, bring your elbows out to the side, but relax your shoulders, relax the shoulders, sit tall. And the hands are just guiding this twist. So I'm pushing slightly with my left hand, I'm mirroring you, my left hand, right? Turn the abdomen. Come a little forward. Exhale, turn the abdomen. Make the skin of that abdomen relax and release, so the whole abdomen release. Go a little bit with your breath. Turn. And then come to the other side. So we make the twists come from the back. We don't force that twist with the hands. And now press your hands, your feet, press your hands into your thighs. Feel this even weight on the sitting bones, sit tall. And then turn and still have that even weight on the sitting bones. Sit tall, lift your chest. And again, just gently with your exhales, press with this right hand and turn the abdomen. Come a little forward. Exhale. Release. It's hard to speak and to relax the abdomen, but you can do it. So relax as you exhale. And then the fourth time, let's stay here a little bit. Relax the abdomen. Turn the skin around to the right. Roll that right shoulder back. And come to the front. Now we'll do that one more time. Have your block. Now, of course, if you don't have a chair like this, let me do a different option where you sit normally on a chair. Okay. Have a chair. Still sit with that block between the knees, the ankles right under the knees. And let's turn to the right. So go ahead, bring your hand across your body on the outer knee and then sit forward on your chair. So you have space to bring your hand behind on the chair. And I'm pushing my fingertips into the chair to lift my chest. And I'm sitting with even weight on my right and left buttock. And then exhale, turn the abdomen. Come a little forward. Now exhale, turn the abdomen. Turn the chest, roll that back shoulder, your right shoulder back. And then reach the front, push your hand into the outer knee. And reach the back ribs around to that front elbow. Take a few breaths. And come to the front. Go to the other side. Back fingers on the back hand, pressing into the chair. So the sacrum moves in, the chest can lift. And then a couple of breaths, gentle twist, turn the abdomen. A little bit forward. And again, exhale, Turn the abdomen, roll the left shoulder back, and then press your hand into the outer knee, sit tall, and move those right back ribs around to the front elbow. Couple breaths. And then turn to the front. Now go ahead and move your chair, and we're going to come on to the mat with one block and have a blanket next to you. Okay, so you're going to lie down on the center of your mat, have a block next to you, be centered on your mat, hold the mat, and walk your heels in a little bit close to the bottom, not too close. Turn your heels out and your toes in, so you're a little bit pigeon-toed. Hold the mat and press your shoulders down. And just a couple of times, lift the buttocks and come down. Lift the buttocks and come down. Now this first time, lift the buttocks, press the heels, lift the middle of the buttocks, and then roll one shoulder blade under. So I'm rolling my inner upper arm to the ceiling. I'm holding the mat and I'm pushing my feet into the mat to lift the buttocks more, to lift my back ribs. Take a couple of breaths and then come down. Let those shoulders unroll a little bit here. Take a couple of breaths. And now you're going to do this again. You're going to lift up, roll one shoulder blade under, one at a time. And don't turn your head here, and then find your block. Now, if you don't get much lift of the buttock, put the block under the sacrum. So the sacrum is the back of the pelvis, so it's not your lower back. Don't put the block on the lower back, but right on just above the buttock area. Now, if you don't get much lift here, just put the block on the lower setting and roll those shoulders under again. And then perhaps you can, it's hard to clasp the hands, so hold the mat, press the outer arms down and the shoulders down, and lift that upper back, that spine, that can be a stubborn spot, towards the chest. And then soften your hands a little bit. Let go here. Soften your throat. Soften your eyes. Close your eyes. Open your eyes and lift the buttocks and lower the block to the lowest setting. Hold the mat again. Make sure the shoulder blades are still rolled into the back ribs. The arms are pressing, and you get that lift in the upper back, the spine moving towards the chest. And then with the block on the lowest setting, reach one leg out and press the arms down to lift the chest. And then bend that leg in again. Now reach the other leg out. And as it reaches out, don't let that arch go into your lower back, but press the upper arms and lift the upper spine, the dorsal spine, to the chest. Exhale and soften your throat. Roll that leg in. Roll that leg in, that straight leg. Toes to the ceiling. Okay, and then bring that leg in. Lift the buttocks, move the block. And as you come down, move the top of the buttocks to the lower buttocks. So you come down on your lower back. First, bring your knees into your chest. Hold the knees. Exhale. And then go ahead, take a blanket under your head. How much blanket you need depends on your upper back. Just make sure, put your hands, fingertips behind your head, your thumbs behind your ears, and you want to pull the back of the head away from the back of the neck. Find length there. So that's how much blanket you need. If your chin goes to the ceiling, have more blanket. Now turn your palms up, your inner arms up, and just very gently get the shoulder blades into the back. And then the top of the buttocks are already moved to the lower buttocks, towards the heels. And then reach one leg out at a time, towards the corners of the mat. Exhale. And let your whole body relax into the mat in Shavasana. Let your fingers be soft. Let your shoulder blades relax now. Let that upper spine release into the mat. Exhale again a little fuller and let your chest release down towards the spine. Relax the legs completely. Relax your fingers. And release all your facial muscles, your lower jaw, your eyes. Just rest and breathe. As you're ready, if you want to stay a few more minutes, just go ahead, stay a few more minutes, relax. 5 minutes is a great Shavasana. But once you're ready, take a couple of breaths. Bring your hands to your chest one by one. Bend your legs one by one. Roll to your side. Bring your knees into the chest and support the head. And press into the floor with your hand. Come up, leading with the head last. Come up to sitting. You can keep your eyes closed. Join the palms together. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this nice, gentle practice. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.